Welcome explorers! I will show you today some basic gear for working conditions that are somehow rough or extreme, with a lot of rain, with probably some snow, and mostly for areas that are densely covered by forest. So I'm working mostly in a rainy forest, and this is the gear that I have. So you can use this gear as well for hiking and for other kind of activities. You will see that most of the clothes are used, and most of them are clothes that you can replace with some normal clothes that you will have in your closet or your wardrobe. So I will start with the basic. These socks. These socks are long socks, and they are long because we need to cover very well our leg. There are socks that are longer than these ones. They come closer to your knee. But the important thing is that they have to be thick and made from a good material that will get dry quick in case you get wet. I have some of the socks that I'm using here. You can see that this is a bigger sock than the other ones, and this is because sometimes when I need to use some kind of boots, I will use one very thin or normal sock, and on top of that one I will wear a bigger one. Then we have this kind of leggings. These are running leggings, and they act as long johns or long underwear. So I use these leggings that are very good in terms of the material to cover myself when I'm going to be exposed to cold. So this is very good because they are very close to your skin, sometimes very tight, and this is what you want as a first layer if it's really cold. The same will happen with these shirts that I have that are long sleeve shirts, and these are very good ones because they get dry super quick, and they are thermal layers, right? So it has like a fleece inside. They are very light, but really warm and really good. So you can use these kind of things. I have another pair of leggings here, then some micro fleece or very thin fleeces that you can use on top of these shirts if it's going to be very cold. On top I used to get this Polar Tech kind of fleece. This is from a really good brand from Argentina, and as you can see it has been used a lot, so the sun has decolorized this. I have had this fleece for more than maybe 8 years now. Are really good quality, and that's what you want to find if you are going to be in tough conditions, right? Really good clothes. So then we need some pants, some trousers, and the best of the trousers, the thing that we are looking for our job or for our work, is to find trousers with many pockets, right? That we can use to put different things that they can have. For example, this system that you can close tighter on your ankle, and this will allow your boot to be sealed with your pant, with your trousers. This is also a really good brand that I bought here in Vancouver. I have different styles of trousers to use during this season of work. Then an external layer that could be just a jacket, right? This is a windstopper jacket, and it has some fleece inside, and this makes it very comfortable. So that's how you would wear basically if it's really cold. If it's not that cold, you would not be using the leggings, and you would not be using the shirts, the thermal shirts, and you will probably will be using some of this kind of other shirts. This is a shirt designed for cycling. Here you can see the pocket on the back. These are shirts designed for cycling, are long sleeve, they are super comfortable, really good. And what I found really good is that they have on the neck this design that it's long and it covers part of your neck. So most of them I suggest to be long sleeve, because if you are going to be exposed to the environment, then you need them to cover as much as possible from your skin. This is the same if you are going to use these other shirts. Some of these are my favorite ones. I have had them for years too. And these shirts are made as well from materials that get dry super fast, super quick. On your back you will sweat a lot, and that sweat you want to be dry as quick as possible if you are in very cold conditions. Even if you are not in cold conditions, it's good to have it dry as quick as possible. And this area, the back, is going to be an area that it's going to be really wet, because you will probably be wearing a backpack. You can use as well these kind of shirts. These shirts, they have different colors and they have this reflective band. As you can see, this one here, it's from a brand that produce working clothes in Australia, and they have this reflective band, very light, noticeable colors, right? Very bright colors, like this one that has been made supporting a cancer foundation, and this one has orange. So that's mostly to cover yourself on top. So because it's going to be tough, it's going to be really hard conditions, you will need to be prepared for rain, and in that case you will come to these kind of things, right? This is a Helly Hansen jacket. It's made for really tough conditions, and as you can see, it has like a fabric attached to this kind of rubber. This Helly Hansen gear is super good. It has a very wide hood, which allows you to maybe be wearing a small helmet. It has some pockets, and on the sleeve it has these neoprene sleeves that are super good, because will keep your wrist very tight and water won't come in. You have these other kind of jackets that are brighter in colors, and that they have these reflective bands, which are super good. This one, for example, is also a Helly Hansen hardware. It has the hood below the neck, so I just open the neck, I can take the hood out, but meanwhile I can use it as it is. So the brighter the colors are, the best is if you're working not even in the forest, everywhere in the world. So try to avoid camouflage clothes. For example, I have some camouflage trousers here, but I would not combine the camouflage trousers with one of the gray shirts and nothing else. I would be using something that is really colorful, for example something blue or something yellow. The most unnatural color in nature is blue, okay? In fall, in autumn, we can get the leaves from the trees become probably yellow or become orange, and that can make a camouflage on top of our clothes and make the others difficult to find us. So you want to be mostly using blue when it's fall season. This kind of trousers are really good. You can put them on and take them out very quickly. These are waterproof, sorry. They are also Helly Hansen, are prepared for the water, and are made of the same material of the first jacket that I show you. So these are spectacular. They work really well and they are super tough. So if it's really rainy, these kind of trousers are the ones that you want to use for, to look for. If the conditions are extremely cold, let's say, you can use one of these kind of jackets. This is a down jacket. It's made of feathers, right? This is a really good brand, Marmot, and this will keep you very, very warm, but I would not suggest to walk long distances with this because you will get really wet. It's really warm to use these things, so the best is to keep them aside, so when you stop you just put them on and then you keep going. Things that we might have in consideration is, for example, belts, right? So these belts are made of a synthetic material, and this is what you're looking for in rainy conditions, in very humid environments. Not this kind of belts that are made of leather, because leather at the end will bend, as you can see here, and will break because of the water, right? Of the moisture. Some other things that you might have in consideration is this kind of things, right? That will help you a lot to protect your legs from the snow coming in. They are very inexpensive, and this is something that some people sometimes don't have in mind, but it's also something that you have to have in your luggage, right? Gloves, because your hands are part of your body, and they will be exposed as the rest of the body to the elements, so you have to take care of your hands at all time. These are really good because they are kind of warm. They have some neoprene in some of these places and leather on the base, so these are comfortable, but you can get warmer gloves. I use these because they can get wet and dry very quickly, but there are so many kind of gloves that you can get in the market. For example, these ones, they have this protection on top, so if you fall or you hit something, you won't get hurt your fingers, right? Okay, now we are going to see the things that will cover our heads. So these are some tags that I have gotten from different conferences or companies, or that I bought. So it not necessarily has to be a brand tag, it has to be a good one, something that is really warm from you. I got this one from the Association for Mineral Exploration from BC, and it's a really good one because the color, it's perfect for areas like the ones that we are working all the time, that geologists are working all the time, and it also has a reflective band on top. If it's raining or if it's sunny, it's also good to use one of these kind of hats, because it will keep your eyes covered and the rain won't get to your face, so you will have your face covered. Different kind of hats, it doesn't need to be one or the other kind necessarily. Here we have another one. This is a Columbia one that will cover all your head. This is really good too, right? They have to be made of a material that can get dry very quickly. And this is another kind, right? This is mostly for dry conditions and deserts, but I don't like this one, because if you're using this one in the forest, for example, it will cover your ears and it makes hard for you to listen the noises in the forest, and you want to be alert at all times. For the neck, we have this kind of buffs that you can use and are super warm, super comfortable. I have this one here, it's a gift from my mother. I use it all the time in the field, and it's super useful to have this kind of things at hand on your luggage. Talking about the face, this is something else that you have to have in consideration. These are nets for your head, so you wear this on top of your hat, for example, so the hat will be inside and will allow space in between your face and the net. And these nets are excellent for areas where the bugs are all the time bothering you. Glasses, they are essential. It's like gloves, right? So you need to have glasses with you at all times. This one here, for example, are my personal glasses, and they have the prescription ones inside. So these kind of glasses are really good if they cannot prescribe you some glasses with this curvature. So if you cannot get that curvature, it's super good to ask for this supplement inside that will have your correction. These other ones are some Julbo glasses. These Julbo glasses, they have this leather protection on the side, as you can see, and these are mostly made for glacier areas or areas with snow, and this is really good because it will cover very well the side of your eyes and it won't allow the sun to come through your eyes. In terms of boots, these are the boots that I usually use. These are my Mammoth boots. Are very hard but very tough boots to use in the alpine, and really good. They have a Gore-Tex too, so water won't get inside. If it's really muddy, you can use these kind of boots that are there. As you can see, these boots are all fixed up. I don't use them too much in the field. And these boots here are cork boots, so the corks are there. These corks are replaceable, so you can just unscrew them and put new ones here. They have a steel toe point there, and this make them very good for the field. So when you're walking in the forest, you don't want to slip on logs or where there is a lot of moss, and these kind of things are going to make your day so easier. So it's really suggested that if you're going to be in the field working in forest areas or in places with lot of moss or a lot of moisture and a lot of vegetation, these kind of boots are excellent. If there is if you want, actually, you can buy some supplements like these ones that you can put in the point of the other boots, right? So this could come here and it will make the soil of this boot with these corks, and somehow you won't be slipping away on every slipping away, sorry, in every surface that it's icy or slippery that you can find around. This is not the ideal because sooner or later you will lose them in the field. So if you know that you're going to be in very wet areas or in conditions that are like forest conditions, these are the best ones. And I think that with that we have covered most of it. So well, next time I will show you the gear that a geologist would take to the field, and ultimately there will be a video with the things that we should be carrying in our vests into the field. I hope that you like the video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and follow me here in YouTube. Thank you very much.